So I am at the Oakwood Cemetery in Troy, New York. I wanted to check out what was listed as a spectacular view from this cemetery. It's a historic cemetery. When I was looking online, it was listed as one of the top 7 cemeteries to see in New York State. And this is pretty impressive just right here. So this is the building you see when you come in, and we're going to go and see what some of the views are from here. I don't see any parking signs. It's kind of pretty this way. This is where you come in. There's a big bell here. There's a water coming out over at a pond. Oh, I thought those were all geese. There's some geese up here. So let's go check it out. There's a nice old door. I have a friend who likes old doors, mostly on churches, but if she watches that, I hope she likes the door. Let's see what's up here. Now see, I saw a picture from here where you could see the river. Maybe you can when there's nothing on the trees. And of course that would be the Hudson River. There's supposed to be some spectacular views of the Hudson River Valley. And the Hudson River it's in my heart. I don't know why. It's always been a river that I've been fascinated with. I think, American history, America wouldn't be without the Hudson River, okay? And this chapel and crematorium, William Spencer Earl. Okay, so that's a chapel and crematorium. Historic Oakwood Cemetery. I'm afraid to take any of this. Maybe a zombie might bite my hand off. Okay, we'll just take this. You know who's buried here? We're going to go see if we can find him. Is Uncle Sam. I know, I didn't know either. I didn't even know he was a real person. But just wasn't on my historic radar. But we're going to see if we can go find him and find out who he was. It's beautiful. Didn't know there was going to be music. It's playing It Is Well With My Soul. Which way do I go? Interesting. I'm gonna go between the trees. Which way do I go? Okay. Whoa, Knickerbacker. Not Knickerbocker, Knickerbacker. I found it. There it is, there's Uncle Sam. Okay. U.S. in loving memory of Uncle Sam. The name originating with Samuel Wilson, he died at 87, during the War of 1812 and since adopted by the United States, erected in 1931 by his granddaughter, Marion Wilson, who married a Sheldon. So, okay, so here's Gotta turn that down. So Uncle Sam fought in the Revolutionary War with the Continental Army. He was put in charge of the meat, like cutting up the meat and storing the meat, and not to be a small job, not to be thought of as trivial, because taking care of the meat kept the soldiers alive and provided their food source, but it was also very important to keep it safe because he guarded it from the enemies poisoning it, because poisoning food was a big thing back then apparently. And so then he went on to do the same thing in the War of 1812, and he was born in Massachusetts. His family came from Scotland. He was one of the old families of America, which so many in New York are, and including my own. And Daughters of American Revolution put up that one marker over there. I did join the Daughters of the American Revolution at one point. The group I had joined weren't doing a lot, so I kind of let it go there. But I did qualify. I did qualify because I was able to prove that I had two relatives in the Revolutionary War, ancestors. So back to Uncle Sam. So he eventually made his way to New Hampshire and then to Troy, where he settled on the banks of the Hudson River and became an entrepreneur here and one of the founding fathers, obviously. And so it was during the War of 1812. It's kind of a sketchy story, I think, but you can see that as, you know, in 1930s, his granddaughter openly, you know, believed that he was the source of the Uncle Sam personification that came to be associated with the United States. A lot of the boxes were stamped U.S., and the people that knew him associated it with him. You know, you go to these cemeteries, the people put I found that really irritating at Mark Twain's grave, because I was trying to get a picture of it and it was like all covered with coins and stuff, and it was, you know, it was flat, so it was very unattractive. And I moved them all off to get a picture, and I didn't feel bad about it. In honor of Uncle Sam, in memory of the man who symbolizes the American spirit, dedicated by the New York State Daughters of the American Revolution in 2012. Now there is an active group of Daughters of the American Revolution. And there's another one. And this pot is part of the whole thing here. So, very interesting. Let us go see what else we can find in the cemetery here. It's a fine tree there. Look at that nice fine tree. Sounds like there's a party down towards the lake. I don't know. There's just a nice view of... That's weird. Okay, that was just acorns falling or something. Alright. Oh, looks like there's a pond down here. What I'm going toward is this thing down here. This just really caught my attention. The lighting isn't very good for it here. It's quite a large... Huh? Wow, look at that. Beautiful down here. Oh, there's somebody up on the hill there. Let's see what this says. Oh, there's Susan. Oh. Peter, Mercy, and Henry. And they were Thalamers. Peter Thalamer died in 1880. aged 56 years. Oof. Gotta watch out with that. Seafood goes bad. Or maybe he had some boar's head. Who knows? Anyway, Mercy, his wife, Susan, his next wife, apparently. They must have been very wealthy. Look at the work, those little circles around. Oh, that's quite ornate. There's somebody fishing in the cemetery. That's weird. I really wouldn't eat the fish from a cemetery, would you? Maybe he's just having fun. Let's go over here and see what's over the rise. Looks like a swamp. I don't know what kind of bird that is. So it seems to be just this big right here. That tree's probably been struck by lightning many times. And then if we go up here, is that a kingfisher? So let's go see what else we can find here. It's really, it's a beautiful cemetery. It doesn't have, you know, like Chester Arthur and some other famous people, including like my relative, Senator Ira Harris, the Albany Rural Cemetery has. But it's in the same general area. You know, Troy isn't that far from Albany. And what I love is that when I found out in later life that the water of the Hudson River is brackish all the way up to the federal dam in Troy. And I just think that's absolutely fascinating because most of my life the ocean has been so elusive. Like, the few times in my life I've seen it, I've just thanked God that I was able to see it. I just think it's a blessing to see the ocean. And, you know, if you're in Kansas and you don't get out much, you know, it ain't gonna happen. You'd think it'd be more likely in New York State, but you know, some of us really don't get to the ocean that much. So it just has been fascinating to me that from the, you know, New York City area, the Atlantic, as it flows up the Hudson, there's an exchange of water, and brackish means, and I think I explained this once before, that it has salt water in it. So there is salt water all the way up to the federal dam in Troy, and that's ocean water. And it's an amazing estuary system if you're into watersheds, just saying. Okay, I just found an awesome view. Now, they wrote online that there were awesome views of the Hudson River, and I haven't found the Hudson River yet, but look at this view. Oh, come on, down a little bit, baby, down a little bit. Oh, wow. Wowie, wow, wow. Oh, what a beautiful little dragonfly. Look at this. What is this? Wow. What are those hills over there? What is that? What is that over there? Are they mountains? It looks like mountains. What is that? Wow, I hear the ice cream truck. Excuse me. Excuse me. I'd like an orange sequel. Wow. Okay, what does this say? A panoramic view of American history. So, let me get a little bit. Panoramic view. Again, this is from the Oakwood Cemetery in Troy, New York. It says, we want our many visitors to realize that they're looking at one of the single most important broad overviews of American history. And the sun's facing me, so you can't see it very good. Anywhere in the country. Wow. What you see before you is the confluence. Oh, the river's over there. Okay, what you see before you is the confluence of the Hudson and Mohawk rivers and the most beautiful view of the Hudson River Valley anywhere. I mean, the Palisades, I gotta say. I'm not sure if you get more beautiful than the Palisades, but let's go with it. As well as a continuum of American history from the Mohican Indians to the American Revolution to Rip Van Winkle and to the Erie Canal to the San Francisco Giants. What? Spend some time here absorbing this incredible center of American history below you. And it is below me. Look at it. Hello, people. Hello, people below me. I am in charge now. You will all listen to me. So let's see, what are we looking at for a confluence? Let's see what we can... Do you see the water? Do you see the sparkling water? There's a bridge over there. See that bridge? And then the water goes up here. And I can't see a heck of a lot more than that. At the end of this street, it goes to the water. See how that's straight up to that water? Oh, good. People have written on here, so I can't read it. Not a surprise, just saying. On the way into Troy, it looks like you're gonna... You feel like somebody's gonna mug you. I'm just saying. Okay. The Catskill Mountains 3. The Catskill Mountains. That's the Catskills. Hello, Catskills. Mountains carved from the plateau by glaciers and rivers millions of years ago. Home of Washington Irving's Rip Van Winkle legend. Featured in the work of the Hudson River School of Painters. And I have somewhere on here, on my channel, I was going to look for it the other day because I had such a good time at Thomas Cole's house. And then at the one across the Rip Van Winkle Bridge. Can't think of the name of it. Anyway, let's look at the Catskills again because that just is really fascinating me right now. They look very Catskilly-ish because just the kind of the rolling blue kind of dusky hills are very Catskilly-ish. The Adirondacks doesn't look like that. Wow. Wowie, wowie, wow. This is a nice thing. It tells you makers of Arrow shirts. Look at that. Used to make Arrow shirts here. America used to be something. And we need to make it great again. Okay, so those are the Catskills, as we said before, over here. But then, when you come this way, this, do I have it right? Yeah. This is the Helderberg Escarpment. It rises up between Albany County and the Schoharie Valley. Shall we watch the lady running on the... She's doing good. Hello, lady far away. Will you get me an orange creamsicle? I was hoping for breathtaking views of the river, and this is a breathtaking view. I guess I was hoping I was going to see the river with I guess I was hoping I was going to see the river with grass and hills and the river, but a lot of people are here, so it's not the kind of view I was hoping to see. It's writing something down. Oh. Which is nice. I am the resurrection and the life. Now, of course, one feels like this is a photo opportunity to come sit up here with him or her. Angels, I don't think, well, actually, I was taught that they don't really have a gender, although certainly the archangels that are mentioned in masculine sense. Gabriel and Michael. And I just really don't want to do it. Wow. Wish I could have done one of these for my parents or something, you know, like a huge obelisk. My parents deserved a huge obelisk. Who comes here and parties? I don't understand. Well, this is a big tree. Look how big this tree is. Look how wide that is. Got an obelisk here. I'll get it here because the sun's gonna knock it out. And then this is just a little, what is this? Edward F. Murray. It's very pretty. Hello, Mr. Murray. Apparently we're on a flight path. Wow, yeah, that's big. This obelisk is big. Goodbye, Mr. Murray. What year was this put up? 1896. Boy, I wish it was 1896. I mean, maybe I don't, you know, I mean, because I probably wouldn't have been treated that great. Or I'd have just been expected to, you know, stay home and sew and... Wow, this is huge. Look at this. It goes up there. Look at the cursive writing on these stones. I don't know if you can kind of see it like that. I gotta get out of the light. See that beautiful cursive writing? It's not something you see very much. Wow. So they started out with this cursive writing in the 1800s, and they finished it up in 1990 with the last one buried here. I mean, they must have found somebody who was, I'm sure they were the Cluets, of course, so they had the money to hire somebody to mimic that writing. Where's my call? Wow, what's this? Here we go. These are the Ides. Beware the Ides of March. Oh, that is so weird. The first one I looked at died in March 1934. Weird things happen to me like that. We'll get back here and look at it. Wow. These people wanted everyone to know they were here. I'd do the same thing if I had enough money. I'd do it for other people, not for myself. You know? To me, when I go, the best thing I want on my grave is just, I'd like to have just who my parents were, you know? And because to me, I was just really blessed to have the parents that I had. What is that? I saw an animal. Oh, it looks like Ruth and Naomi, maybe? Oh. Excuse me, folks. Holding faith in immortal hope of glorious reunion. It's true. Look at these. You think that's Ruth and Naomi? I mean, I can't imagine who else it could be. Because this doesn't look like an angel. Yeah, I'm thinking that's Ruth and Naomi. I'd ask them, but they seem to be stone silent. There's a nice angel. You gotta watch the hands. Hands are the first thing to go. She's got the 1922. Got that turn of the century Gilded Age. Now they have Gilded Age tours here. They have a lot of different kinds of tours here. It looks like a fun place to come and do a tour. It's always fun to do them at Halloween or in October. I love the fall in general, so ooh, look at over here. What am I looking at behind me? Let's go see. I know I've mentioned before that I'm also a writer, and for anybody interested, I, especially in cemeteries, I found an old Civil War grave, and I did some research on it, and it ended up leading to an article that I wrote that was published in a Civil War magazine. Because, I mean, personally, I believe that the guy that was killed was the first person killed during the Civil War. Now, there's no way to prove that, and everybody wants to claim that for somebody. So, but I truly do believe that, and he was a skirmisher just before the first Battle of Bull Run. Here we are. So all of these people they just joined them all, and they wanted them all to be joined. I can hear them talking now. They're like, we're all going to be one. We're all going to be linked together. We don't want a space between the stones. And that was as far back as 1883. 1883, the 2 and the 3 are odd, aren't they? Can you see them? 2 and 3 are down a little bit, like there was something wrong with the typewriter. This looks like they actually got somebody above ground like that. Do they do that? Oh, get over here off the hill. Okay, I don't know why this is freaking me out. This looks like something out of Dracula or something. Is the person really in there? I mean, I guess there's no way to find out. Do I want to find out? Okay, I'm gonna walk up here just because I don't want to. Okay. Alright. I'm killing time. I am postponing walking up here. Okay, I'm gonna do it now. Alright. Okay. Okay. Wow. Oh my God. Look at the feet. What the? Are you kidding me? The way you walked was thorny, through no fault of your own. Do you remember the werewolf movie with I think I've done that before. Okay. I'm just gonna touch it and see if it's hollow. Okay. It's solid. It's solid. I'm pretty sure it's solid, and nobody knocked back, so that was good. Okay, the feet are creeping me out. I mean, why would you have... Why would you have feet like that? And then there's water down here. I can't even imagine. I want a big black thing that looks like a coffin in the center of it, and I want big claw feet like an animal down at each corner. It's like, okay, all right, hey, you got it. It's pretty. Huh. Oh, he's got a name. Howard. Oh, Howard. And of course, you know when you can see Howard. About midnight. He'll walk right out of there. All right, let's go see what else we can find. I usually like these old cemeteries. I'm not scared, but usually. But you know, it just, I think that creeped me out. They just creep me out. It's not the first one I've seen. I saw a small one. Like where a baby might be buried in the middle of one of these things. I'm here to see James H. Fairweather. We had an appointment with him today. Guess he's not gonna make it. Okay. George Willard here. 125th New York Volunteers. I'm sorry, I just came up a big hill. Cited for gallantry. The Mexican War, which, of course, Robert E. Lee was one of the heroes of the Mexican War. Gained the rank of captain by the outbreak of the Civil War. Raised the 2nd New York Regiment. Served during the Peninsula Campaign. He became a colonel in the 125th New York, and he was killed only on the 2nd day of battle at Gettysburg, acting as a brigadier general, 3rd Division, 2nd Army Corps. Wow. I had some great video. I had some wild video from Gettysburg and a couple of years ago, and it was all killed on my hard drive in a... The heck kind of poop is that? I mean, what is that? I mean, I'm just saying, I don't know. It's not dog poop. Doesn't look like deer poop. All right, we'll just go with this. George Lamb Willard. Here he is, killed at Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, July 2nd, 1863. Mary Gould Plum, his wife, Gould. I wonder if she was related to Jay Gould. There's a guy here, buried here, who was a huge, very wealthy financier. His wife became a well-known philanthropist. I had never heard of him, but he was one of the railroad men with Jay Gould, and I can't remember his name right now. I'll put it in the bottom of the video right now. And here's the tree that I can tell you because I saw this happen with my own eyes on the banks of the Hudson last year, and I still have a piece of the tree. I took it home because I saw the lightning hit the tree, and it blew the bark into the trees. I mean, it was wild. So I know that's what happened here. Look at this. Because this is up on a hill. Look familiar? Looks like my video from when that. This really went a ways up the tree. Oh, glad I wasn't here for that storm. All right, so we're going back down. I parked near the angel that was sitting on the bench She's been watching my car for me. Flee away? What does that mean? Flee away. Until the, now it's daybreak, and the shadows flee away. Okay, so all I'm getting right now is a red-bellied woodpecker, a chimney swift, and a black-capped chickadee. If you haven't ever used the Merlin bird ID that was developed at Cornell, see if you can download it. It really makes you feel like God. You know, it's just like plant ID. The best plant ID I use is called Picture This, and you know, you can go around and you can tell what any plant is, and with a Merlin bird ID you can tell what every bird is, and it's like, oh my gosh, you know, all these things used to be a mystery to us, and now we can just find out with an app. Which, I mean, is Jesus coming back soon or what? Because I'm saying, you get we got so many apps, we feel like God. It's another pond here. Which way do I go? Oh, what is that? Oh, let's back up and see what that is. Oh, can you see it? There it is. Oh, what is that? Hello? Is there anybody in there? Oh, interesting. Pretty. Don't know what that is. Wonder what the pink things mean. Maybe it means they're in danger of breaking or coming down. The heck, that's the sky over there. That's weird looking. Why does it look like it falls off into infinity? Not here, the other way. Because it does. Wow, there's somebody who was just fed up with all the big gravestones and said, you know what? Just put up a wooden cross for me. God doesn't need to see anything more from us. 2023 and 2020. That's nice. I mean, seriously, you don't need anything else more than that. Oh, there's a ravine down there. There's water in it. That's a nice shagbark hickory there. I was looking up to see what some of the trees are here. We had white oaks, shagbark hickory. There's obviously some cedar trees.
Take the